All right, so today we're diving deep, and I mean really deep. We're going to take a story you probably think you know, a simple mission from the book of Genesis, and we're going to use it like a key to unlock a hidden door. With the Zohar as our guide, get ready, because we're about to journey from a dusty tent in the ancient world straight into the control room of the cosmos, revealing the hidden machinery that governs souls, worlds, and yeah, even resurrection itself. So here's our game plan for this journey. First, we'll start with that super mysterious, unnamed servant from the biblical story. Then we're going to get into the Zohar's mind-blowing reveal of who he really is. After that, we'll define this incredible being, Metatron, the divine executor. Next up, we'll actually unpack the cosmic machinery, the nuts and bolts of how his mission works. We'll even use a couple of modern analogies to make it all click. And finally, this is the most important part, we'll bring it all back home to you and what this all means for your soul's divine mission. Okay, let's set the scene. We're in Genesis chapter 24. Abraham is an old man, he's nearing the end of his journey, but there's one last absolutely critical thing he has to do: find a wife for his son, Isaac. And to get this done, he calls on his most senior, his most trusted servant for a mission that is literally going to decide the future of his entire lineage. No pressure, right? Now, the text here is super clear about a few things. This is not just some random helper, he's the eldest, the guy who ruled over all that he had. I mean, that means total trust, absolute authority. Abraham handed the keys to the entire kingdom over to this one individual. And yet, here's the crazy part. For someone this important, this central to the entire story, the Torah never tells us his name. He's a ghost, a mystery. And this, my friends, is where we go down the rabbit hole. We're shifting from the plain, simple reading of the text, what the mystics call pshat, to the secret, hidden layer, the sod. You see, the Zohar teaches us that the Torah isn't just a history book, not even close. It's a coded blueprint of the universe, an operator's manual for reality itself. And a detail as big as a nameless, all-powerful servant, that's no mistake. That's a giant, flashing neon sign pointing to something way, way bigger. So this is the question that cracks the whole thing wide open. Just think about it. Who could possibly be given the keys to the entire spiritual and physical fortune of Abraham? The guy who literally represents the root of a whole new consciousness on this planet. Who could operate with so much power that his own name just disappears, completely absorbed by his mission? The simple answers just don't cut it. To find out who this is, we've got to look behind the curtain. And boom, here's the Zohar's jaw-dropping reveal. The servant isn't some guy named Eliezer, like some traditions say. No, the Zohar tells us he is Metatron, the supreme archangel, the chancellor of heaven itself. Just try to picture it, a vast, celestial being of pure function, standing between worlds. He's receiving the command directly from Abraham, who's acting as the cosmic soul root, and he's getting ready to launch a mission that's going to send ripples through every dimension. This is not a man running an errand. This is a cosmic, divine deployment. So if the servant is Metatron, that leads to the next obvious question. Who or what exactly is Metatron? Well, knowing his name opens the door to understanding the universe's CEO, its chief operating officer. He's the one who takes the infinite, divine will and translates it into finite, concrete action. He is, quite literally, the divine executor. What's so amazing about Metatron is his origin story. The mystical texts say he holds this totally unique position because he was once a mortal man, Enoch, the one who walked with God and then was just taken. He was transformed from a person of flesh and blood into a being of pure spiritual fire. And because of that, he gets it. He understands our world, and he understands the divine realm. He's the ultimate bridge, the perfect interface between God's infinite mind and the reality that you and I experience every day. And this cosmic job description puts the mission to find Isaac a wife in perfect context. See, it wasn't just a one-time gig. It was a perfect little example of what Metatron does, day in and day out for eons. The Zoar says he manages the entire life cycle of a soul. Think about that. He's the one who dispatches souls to their bodies for their earthly missions. When life is over, he's the guardian who oversees that transition. And, get this, he's even in charge of preparing the physical body for its eventual resurrection. And at the very end, he's the resurrection accountant, the one who takes the final reports from the angel of the grave, Duma, and presents the soul's file to the boss. Okay, so now we know who the key players are. Let's get into the how. How does a command from a spiritual source like Abraham get carried out by an archangel like Metatron and actually happen here in our physical world? Well, the Zohar lays it all out for us, almost like a cosmic org chart. Let's just walk through this divine chain of command. It all starts with the commander, Abraham. He represents the Sephirah of Tiferet. That's harmony, beauty, the divine heart. The command flows from him down to the executor, Metatron. His whole job is to be the yesod, the foundation. He's the great channel that gathers all that higher energy and funnels it down into reality. And where is it going? To the destination, our world, the body, which is called Malkut, the kingdom. And the ultimate power behind this whole operation, the source for all restoration, that comes from a place of pure divine understanding, a Sephirah called Binah. Now, the Torah gives us another massive clue right here in this phrase. It says the servant left with all the good of his master in his hand. Now, when you read that, you probably picture him loading up camels with gold, silver, and jewels, right? But in the secret language of the Zohar, good has nothing to do with money. All the good means Metatron was given full admin rights to the universe for this mission. He has the master key. He's carrying the complete package of divine energies, all the Sephirotic lights, every blessing, every spiritual tool he could possibly need to get the job done. He's operating with the full, unmitigated authority and power of the commander. So how do you transport that? How do you carry all those cosmic resources? Well, the text tells us he took 10 camels. And whenever you see the number 10 in these mystical texts, a little alarm should go off in your head, because it's almost always pointing to one thing. That's right. The 10 camels are the 10 Sephirot. Forget about dusty animals. We're talking about living vessels, divine channels that carry the structured flow of God's light and energy. Just imagine these 10 luminous pathways of pure white and gold command flow, moving like radiant spectral camels through the dark, transitional deserts between worlds. They are carrying the hidden treasures of light, that whole package of all the good, all of it being channeled by Metatron toward its final stop, our world. So let's just zoom out for a second and look at the big picture here. This one single mission for Abraham is the template. It's the blueprint for every single soul's journey, your soul's journey. Under Metatron's care, a soul descends and is assigned to a body with a specific mission. It lives its life. After it's over, Metatron handles the books. Then he manages this incredible, mind-bending process of spiritually purifying and restoring the physical body. And on the final day, he presents the complete, perfected, fully audited package, body and soul together, for its final revival. He is the ultimate project manager for all of existence. Now, I know this is some really deep cosmic stuff, but what's so incredible is how this ancient spiritual system translates almost perfectly into ideas we can all grasp today. To really make this cosmic machinery crystal clear, we've got two analogies for you. Okay, first, for all you tech people out there, here's the cosmic engineer analogy. Think of Metatron as a master orchestration engine, like Kubernetes or a cloud platform. The soul, that's a distributed process. The body is the hardware it runs on. And those 10 camels, they're basically containerized packages like Docker with all the necessary resources and code. All the good is just an API key with full root permissions. And resurrection, a full system restore and reboot from a perfect backup. Now, for the gamers out there, or if you just want a more fun version, think of Metatron as a super powerful helper NPC, the one who gives you your main quest. Your soul is the main character. The 10 camels are like the magical creatures in your party, carrying all your potions and resources. All the good just means you've got all the legendary items and buffs you need to win. And resurrection, that's just respawning for the final level. So what's the point of all this? Who cares about some 2,000-year-old mystical interpretation of a story that's even older? Why does this matter to you, right here, right now? Well, the answer is it's everything. This whole story is about you. Let's bring it all home. Here's the ultimate secret the Zohar is trying to tell us. Your life is not random. It's not an accident. You are on a divine mission, a quest issued by your very own soul root, your inner Abraham. And your own personal connection to this divine system, your Metatron, has already placed all the good right into your hands. Your talents, your strengths, your passions, even your greatest challenges. None of it is random. That's the stuff. That's the contents of your 10 camels. It is the custom-built, perfectly designed toolkit for your mission, given to you so that you can succeed. Thank you for joining us for this complete journey through the Pardes. We hope these ancient truths help you and your family improve your own dimensions this week. If you enjoyed this full chapter deep dive, please like, subscribe, and share which part of the journey touched your soul in the comments. We'll see you in the next chapter.